Hello, my name's Hemingway Jones and welcome to the channel. So we've spoken quite a bit about the Kaweco Brass Sport and the Kaweco Bronze Sport. What we really haven't done is compared these two side by side. So let's break down the differences. So I think that the biggest difference between these two is obviously the materials. Bronze just radiates light. It has that gold luster and just looks really amazing in the hand as the light reflects from it. The brass is a bit duller, but it's still a lovely material. So if you're going to weigh between these two on materials, I certainly give most of the weight and the consideration to bronze. Bronze is amazing. Look at how luminous the bronze is. The material and how that affects the weight, and maybe even more importantly, how it affects how you perceive the weight. And the materials do make a huge difference, and I just find this just so beguiling. There's something transcendent about its beauty. Which one is heavier? The bronze is 45.5 grams, and the brass is around 46. So the brass is heavier, but they feel identical. These are heavy pens. Anywhere up over 40 is heavy-ish. There's a certain trump Lloyd that takes over too. The brass feels heavier in a way because it's duller. It doesn't reflect the light as much. And I think luminous things feel lighter. But if I were to do it just simply holding them in my hands, these are identical. So a lot of you have asked me in the comments about the difference in the smell between these two metals and whether or not it leaves a residual smell on your fingers when you use them. And I don't have the most pronounced sense of smell, but I have to admit it's only faint, the metallic smell for either of these two pens, and the brass one is a bit more stinky than the bronze. So if there's a difference at all, I'd say the brass is more odorous, and I didn't notice anything really lingering on my hands beyond the first few seconds after using it. So if that's a consideration of yours, I don't think it's that big of a deal. And another big difference is that those of you that use the brass mentioned that the threads feel rather raised and that it even makes an indentation on your finger. So if that is a consideration, you probably won't like the way the bronze is, because the threads on the bronze are only more pronounced, a bit more well machined, where they feel a bit sharper, and they certainly are more present in your hand while you cradle this pen. This brass one, they're much less defined. They feel lower, but they're not as raised. So if that's a consideration, I would weigh that very heavily. These were done with the same tooling, so they really are identical. So one of the things I like to do with pens that are very similar is to try on the caps just to see if they just used the same dies when they were making them. Okay, so this is interesting. So the brass cap fits the bronze, so they really are identical. So another consideration, of course, is price. You can get the Brass Sport anywhere from $70 to $100. I've even seen it out there for $50. So it is a very affordable pen. You get a lot of pen for that. It's very tough. It's a tremendously strong, robust pen. The bronze is similarly, but right now it's available for over $150 and it retails for $200. So you have to ask yourself whether the extra money is that important to you to get this material. Is that shiny, luminous quality of bronze with its slight texture and its resonance and its incredible delight with the facets in the cap and how it delights your eye while you use it. Is that worth $200 to you versus the historic, interesting, sort of nautical brass for half the price? It is stunning, but that is a consideration. For me, I would choose the bronze. It is elemental. It just has a quality. It's just an amazing material. It's very inspirational, and you can't put a price on inspiration. And the materials do make a huge difference, and I just find this just so beguiling. So, in conclusion, there's a slight weight difference, but if there is, I can't feel it. All the other specs look virtually identical to me. The difference is price and material. The only other difference that I can think of is that the bronze comes in a little sardine can that Kavekos are known for. So that's really it in the differences. But you do have to spend twice as much to get the bronze pen. So is that worth it to you? If you just want a strong metal pen that's going to change over time, maybe you want the brass. But if it's all about bronze, spend the extra money and enjoy that beautiful luminance. So, which Kaweco Sport is right for you? Is the extra money worth it for the bronze, or is the brass good enough? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching today. I really appreciate it. If you've made it this far in this video, consider subscribing. I'd love to have you along on this journey with me. Also, membership is available if you want to support the channel even more. So, I release new videos each week, and I have a live show every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. So I promise we will see each other again very soon, further up the road. So take care.